Houston.
Houston.
We're at T minus 5.
Sound early. No one was ready anyway. Excuse me. I'd like to declare the meeting open and advise that members of the public, by being in attendance, you can consent to having your voice or face broadcast as per the city's live streaming policy. Could I call upon the Deputy Mayor to welcome us to country?
Thank you, Worship. I'll begin by acknowledging my elders past and present. Ngalat nyani kuro ngalan ois neja nonga buja. Nonga mature per nejina ne kwabrak nonga buja kurlong. From the beginning of time to the end, this is Noongar country. Noongar people have been graceful keepers of our nation for many, many years. Jinin karajan jerper nija wern nonga buja gala maya maya burda. Look, listen, understand and embrace all the elements of Noongar country. This is forever our home. Kai wanjung ankor jerper nija nonga buja darjli wangin nonga buja. Hello and welcome. My heart is happy as we gathered on country and meeting here on Noongar country this evening. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here, and before commencing proceedings, I too would like to acknowledge that we come together tonight on the traditional lands of the Noongar people, and pay my respects to elders past and present. Could I call upon Councillor Rouse to read the dedication?
Thank you, Your Worship. May we, the elected members of the City of Kwinana, have the wisdom to consider all matters before us with due consideration, integrity and respect for the Council Chamber. May the decisions made be in good faith and always in the best interests of the greater Kwinana community that we serve.
Attendance, apologies, leave of absence previously approved and nil. Public question time. I don't believe there's any questions from the public. Do council have petitions, presentations? No. There's no deputations. Item 7.1, minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on the 30th of April 2025. Is there any additional information? Councillors have any questions? Someone like to move that way? Moved. Councillor Rouse, seconded Deputy Mayor. Would either councillors wish to speak? Speak against? Put it to the vote. All in favour? Against? Motion carried. Declarations of interest. Does anyone have any declarations to declare? No? Requests for leave of absence.
Yes, Your Worship.
We'll start around the corner here at Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Worship.
I forgot this.
The leave requested from the 28th of May to the 29th of June. I'll be travelling overseas for leave.
Thank you. Councillor Kearney.
The 18th of August to the 30th of September.
And Councillor Wood.
From the 15th of May to the 15th of June.
Anyone else? Councillor Brown. Would someone like to move that way? Moved. Councillor Rouse, seconded Councillor Penny. Either councillors wish to speak? Speak against? Put to the vote. All in favour? Against? Carried. There's nothing on item 10, nothing on item 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 or 16. Item 17.1, revised development contribution plan reports and cost apportionment schedule. Is there any additional information? Councillors have any questions? Councillor Sargent.
Sorry, thank you,
Your
Mayor.
question without a preamble.
Thank you, Mayor Feasy. I would just like, could the council please speak to whether in the Mandogalup DCA that there would still be public open space available for community, even though where it's being removed out of the DCA process as an item?
Mr. Camel.
Through the chair, yes, the public open space will still be required to be provided by the developer, and that'll be secured through standard conditions of subdivision.
Any other questions? Would someone like to move that way? Moved. Councillor Sargent, seconded Councillor Acker, would either councillors wish to speak? Councillor Sargent.
Thank you, Mayor Feasy. I just, with this document, would like to express how I see the thorough process and the proactive stance from City of Kwinana team in updating the CAS throughout the year, which will empower this process to be realistically aligned when presented to Council for annual review. So thank you very much for being proactive in the way that you're addressing this so that there is less of a differential by the time it gets reviewed and put on the table. Thank you.
Councillor Acker. Anyone like to speak against? I'll put the item to the vote. All in favour? Against? Motion carried. Item 18, I do propose to move item 18.1, 18.2 and 18.3 on block unless councillors have any questions. All right, does someone like to move that we move those items on block? Deputy Mayor, seconded Councillor Wood. Would either councillors wish to speak on the motion? Speak against? I'll put those items to the vote. All in favour? Against? Carried.
You need to take the other ones.
There's nothing on item 19. There's nothing on item 20. Is there late or urgent business?
Nothing, Mr. Chair.
Reports of elected members. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Worship. I'd like to begin by 7th of May, attended the Walga State Council meeting, which was held in the East Metro Zone this year. Also attended on the 5th the Bullamara Aboriginal Consultative Committee in company with Councillor Rouse. Also on Sunday the 4th, I'd like to acknowledge that I attended the International Firefighters Day at the Memorial in Kings Park, which honours the bravery and service of firefighters worldwide who provided the ultimate sacrifice in protecting their communities and their families and facing inherent dangers of their duties on a daily basis, being firefighters and volunteers in our community, and also acknowledge the work that our volunteer firefighters do to commit to ensuring that our constituents and the people of Kwinana are always at the forefront of thinking in safety. They're always, I commend them on their bravery for running towards the flames to ensure that protecting life and property is their first priority. And I'd just like to make a note that that I was present out there to honour those and those that had fallen. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Councillor Acker.
I've completed all those duties required of me.
Councillor Brown.
Thanks, Your Worship. So on the 23rd of April, I participated in the latest Lyric Scholarships Assessment Panel. So that's just one part of a suite of Lyric initiatives for the year, and very much looking forward to all of this being celebrated at the Lyric Awards evening later in the year. On the 25th of April, I attended alongside Council the dawn and morning Anzac Day services held at the Kwinana War Memorial in Medina, hosted by the RSL Kwinana sub-branch. On Friday the 2nd of May, I attended the Cockburn Sound Management Council meeting hosted by the City of Rockingham. Key items on the agenda for this session included a marine monitoring update from DWER, an update on the State Environmental Policy Review, and an update from Westport. I updated the Cockburn Sound Management Council that at the City of Kwinana OCM held on the 16th of April 2025, that this council adopted an advocacy position in support of the City of Rockingham on the temporary closure of Penguin Island and the establishment of a watercraft exclusion zone in the area. Once the communique summarising this meeting is released, I will circulate that with officers and councillors for review. Also on the 2nd of May, I attended the opening night of Guys and Dolls at Kulini Art Centre, a very well-received production, and I commend everyone involved in putting on such a great show. And on Monday the 5th of May, alongside Councillor Sargent and Councillor Rouse, I participated in the latest round of local business support grant assessments. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Brown. Councillor Kearney.
So on the April the 29th, attended the Kwinana Senior Cits meeting. It's now noted that we have 190 members, which is the beginning of the new year, and everything is now moving electronically. so we can do transfers and over the phone, which is amazing. So the 5th of May, we had the Senior Cits AGM. We had a new secretary appointed and 2 new committee members. Then the 2nd of May, also attended the Guys and Dolls at the Community Cluny Arts Centre, which was a lovely night. Then the 6th of May, Councillor Wood, John Erickson and I gave out $25,000 to from the community chest down the City of Kwinana to 6 groups from the community to help run events and purchase new equipment.
Thank you, Councillor Kearney. Councillor Penny.
Thank you. Yeah, I also attended the Anzac Day Dawn service along with my fellow councillors in Medina, and also sat on the Public Art Review Committee on the 28th of April, as well as attending the opening of Guys and Dolls and having the opportunity to see it again in the season. And again, yes, I know, reflecting the comments of my fellow councillors, an amazing production. The crew, the talent, and also the staff at Queen should be very proud. And the public performances are just going from strength to strength. Cheers.
Councillor Rouse.
Thank you, Worship. Along with those where I've already been mentioned, Deputy Mayor Winmar and myself participated in the joint development assessment panel on the Wednesday the 30th of April, where we approved 2 items. One being the proposed urea ammonium nitrate pipeline from the industrial area to the Office Road facility, and as you may have seen on social media, the alterations and additions to the Kwinana marketplace. Thank you.
Councillor Sargent.
Thank you, Mayor Feasy. I had the honour of celebrating my birthday on the 24th of the 4th to have a couple with a cop down at the Medina netball courts. It was a fantastic, really well, I would say there was over 60 people that came through. Sinead again was shining star, an example of community safety. There was a very large police turnout. I think we had 6 or so, because Councillor Wood came down to celebrate with me. Nothing like a coffee for my birthday. Then the very next morning, along with all my fellow councillors, I went to the RSL Medina War Memorial Service. I just would like to highlight the work that the RSL in Kwinana does for our service people and their families, and I had the honour of volunteering with them in the morning and just seeing people that day is hard for, having a place and a support. So I cannot, it might be a tiny little building, but there is so much love that radiates out of there on Anzac Day, as well as the doors are open all year round. But I just, from experiencing that, felt it was worth mentioning. And along with Councillor Rouse and Councillor Brown, I just want to highlight when we went through the business support grants that the economic team from the City of Kwinana is driving with passion to support small businesses in our community to have a better presence, to expand and grow, and the way that team is approaching that is just, they're going full steam ahead, and it's fantastic work to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Sargent. Councillor Wood.
I attended the dawn service along with several other councillors, and I also attended a Citizens Advice Bureau meeting where they informed us that they were going to have at least once a week a lawyer attending that people can use there, along with Councillor Sargent with a cuppa with the cop down at Thomas Oval, which was really great, talking to the police there and the community that had turned up. It was very well attended. And then along with Councillor Kearney, I was at the community funding grants meeting where I think there was 25 applications, was it applicants? So it was $25,000 we had for the, which we just managed to squeeze in for everybody bar one. So that was really good. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Wood. There is nothing on item 23. Mayoral announcements. I, along with the other councillors, attended Anzac Day dawn service and also the main service and laid a wreath on behalf of the city. I also attended the 70th anniversary of the Kwinana RSL last Saturday, Saturday before, the 3rd of May, April. I went there. I can't remember when. I also attended the Senior Citizens AGM and congratulate the new committee members. We look forward to a more invigorated committee there at the Senior Citizens. And can I also just acknowledge Emily, the city's, I'm not even sure what her position is called, but the ageing officer that has been providing support to the Senior Citizens. I attended the Rockingham Kwinana Chamber of Commerce Defence Conference last week, which was very well attended and informative in relation to how local businesses can capitalise off getting work through the AUKUS program and also through the shipbuilding program in Henderson. For those people that know how to knit or crochet, Befriend and the Savvy Seniors are looking to crochet purple flowers for a art project which is to acknowledge Elder Abuse Awareness Day coming up in June. So if anyone knows how to knit and would like to contribute, if they would like to get in contact with Befriend, they're at Wellard Community Centre on a Monday. Councillor Brown, that's probably something right down your alley. I reckon you could knit. And I think that's about it. There is no confidential items. Actually, I did forget to mention one thing. I guess just with the result of the federal election, I guess I would congratulate Madeline King for being re-elected as our local federal member. But what that also does is brings to the table some election commitments. So we had a commitment of $2.5 million towards the Kwinana Loop Trail, which we will now be able to do stage 2. And we also received $1.8 million towards our urban greening program to create more habitat for cockatoos as well as the urban greening. So there is no items of confidential nature, so I declare the meeting closed at 6:17. Thank you for attending. Who won? What did you have?
6:25, but I'm within 10 minutes.
What did you have?
6:30.